Drop. Hello and welcome back to the YMCA, a riveting evening matchup here on a beautiful Thursday night, I gotta say, between the Purple Cobras and the Greenies. A treat that I give my dog, and he's not a huge fan, but he eats them. You know, very fast. It's not super healthy, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. The Greenies, best team in the league so far. Ooh, Portera off the bar, out of play. Just 30 seconds in. Nifty little backhand move there that sailed out of play. I'm out of breath, I ran. I'm your host, Woodrow, but don't have a paddle. Just kidding, it's Ken. Purple going to work on the offensive end. Here's Travado. Portera centers in. Munoz couldn't get a good grip on it. Backhand feed out through the slot. It's Travado again. He shoots off a leg. In behind the net, Nick Matthews, the captain of the Greenies, with a long pass to, oh my gosh, is that Bobby Orr? No, it's Sam. It's just Sam. Comes up the wall, and it's Munoz. Pass off the skates of Portera. He tries to stop on this YMCA rink. Doesn't always go super well. He shoots, he scores! Nick Matthews, with his family in the crowd, I don't think they even know he scored. Yeah, now they're clapping a little bit. A little golf clap from Mom. And a minute and a half in, it's 1-0 Green. Nick Matthews, captain of the Greenies Goonies squad, has them up early. Purple has dropped their last couple. One to Papa Smurf's red, and the other to the orange team, whose name I still don't know. Probably won't learn. Here's Jurassic. Wants to go back to his left. Centering feed off the outside of the post. Jurassic back on it. Oh. Move to the front here, and here's Nowicki. Nowicki bounces it through the neutral zone. Newman's out there. Jurassic's got it again. Pump fakes it this direction. Now takes it in behind the net. Here comes Green. Jurassic through the neutral zone. Almost turned it over. Ends up on the stick of Latzos here, who throws it around behind. Diaz watches it flow. Bishop, the smiliest guy in all the land. He was the inspiration for the movie Smile 2, Garrett Bishop. The wiki out at center. I've been told that Campbell has changed his name to Chapel, as a quick whistle there with Latzos on the doorstep. So Campbell is now Chapel. Not entirely certain why he's asked for the change in pronunciation, but, you know, the players get what they want on this broadcast. I'm a benevolent leader. Just over 3 minutes into this one, and we've got a 1-0 game. The Greenies with an early lead. The Greenies best team in the league, undefeated so far. Trying to keep that streak alive. Here's Portera cutting, shooting off the head of Diaz. Some of the best head I've ever seen. And I have access to the internet. Here's Portera. He turns. Travado has to settle it down. Powell now. Austin Powell floats it into the middle there. Portera's back on it. Portera spins away from Matthews, cuts to the middle. Portera shoots, he hits the post. Got it back. Portera, Travado, fires off a leg. Travado again, curls, shoots, just missed. Had a little bit of room there on the blocker side. Poked away by Orr. Here he comes, Sam Orr, steps, shoots, he scores. Sam Orr with the quick release. And it's 2-0. For the Greenies early on. And Patrick Portera's all over it for Purple, but he just can't get it to go. He's hit the post a couple of times, caught a mask, etc. And now 2-0. Face-off win for Green. Pass through the middle from Manning, ends up on Powell's stick, who chops it a little bit further for Travado. And here comes Pete. Long pass. Portera cuts back. Centering feed. Knocked away by Manning. He turns the corner, wants to go. Banks it off the wall. Travado wins the race to it for the Cobras. Travado puts on the brakes behind the net, spins away from the marquee pressure. Does so once more. Good quick ankles on that boy. Love to see it. And then he turned it over. So you loved it, now you hate it. And then Matthews gives it right back. Well, a little nice exchange there. Boomerang turnover, if you will. Powell throws it on net. Diaz swallows it up. 10:45 remaining first period. 2-0 for the Greenies. An offensive squad. They can outscore you. They can out-goalie you. They out-cheer you from the goalie spot, that's for sure. Haven't heard a Let's Go Green team from Diaz, which is a little alarming. You hope he's okay. Our second referee has joined the party. Only 5.5 minutes into the game. A guy who was here about 45 minutes ago and just got out here. Nowicki shoots, missed the net by about 6-7 feet. Not sure if that was anywhere near the net, if it was a pass, if it was a shot. I have no idea. But either way, Diaz covers it up off the end wall, and they get a whistle. Listen, we got to be nice to Eric Nowicki. He buys buckets over at the Hickory Tavern, and we're a big fan of buckets here on this broadcast. Your humble broadcaster, Francis, full of French people. Just kidding. Name's Ken. Nowicki backhands it around. Here's Chappell. Chappell holds. Pass through the middle. Latzos tried to tip it between his own legs, but he was unable to corral it on the other side, and Nick Matthews wants to go around his own net. Puck's on edge, as it often is here, and he sends it all the way down. No icing here, as the rink is about 4 feet long. Chappell. This direction. Nowicki chops it a little bit further. Almost turned it over, but a nice job by Latzos to collect here. And here comes George. Pass up for Newman. He shoots. He scores! Kevin Newman with his second goal in as many games. A ripper on the blocker side. And that recipe for the dressing is just getting better and better. It's barring in for Kevin Newman. And it's 2-1. Don't hate to see that. If you're Purple, do a little analysis here for Purple. What they pay me for. First, here comes Latzos cutting down the wall. He falls to a knee, no call. Wouldn't imagine there'll be any calls today. Have to be almost attempted murder to get an official to raise their arm tonight. Saved by Perry on Jurassic, and he holds on to it. Even the attempted murder might go unseen, if I'm being honest. But Purple's got to be happy to see the offensive contribution from Kevin Newman. The team gets a lot of contribution offensively from guys like Campbell/Chappell, Portera, Munoz. So if they can get some scoring from some of the other folks out here, I think they'd be feeling pretty good about themselves. And that shot from the line goes in. It's Manning wearing the Christmas uniform, red helmet, green shirt, and a goal to his tally. And it's 3-1 for the Greenies. Greenies scoring early and often so far. Just over 8 minutes in, I should say. 3-1 here. Garrett Bishop, look out. A lot of bodies over on this side. Munoz in there with Bishop. Punches it further or swings it up. A beautiful pass right on the tape of Manning. Manning's not using any tape, but if it was there, that's where it would have landed. Jurassic tried to go back across for Orr. Jurassic back on it. Centering feed comes through everybody and all the way back out to neutral territory. Manning. Most recent goal scorer for Green. Orr tried to go across. Bishop didn't get the hint. Backhander towards the net. Off the wall behind Diaz. Once again off that wall. Portera battles in behind the net with Bishop. Portera, quick strides to it, settles it, shoots it off a foot. Manning who got the block. Now Powell backhands it into some traffic, and Sam Orr can turn it up. He'll beat Portera to the outside. Nice job by Portera to recover defensively. A centering feed knocked away. And now Munoz. Munoz steps, holds, shoots, blocker save, puck up in the air, and he falls on top of it in the goal crease before it had a chance to keep it 3-1. Nice job by Ryan Diaz in those blinding yellow pads. I'm sorry, wait, did that go in? Oh, this is embarrassing for me. What a loser. What an absolute loser to miss a goal call. I'm sorry, Steve. I owe you one. I'll get you on the back end, buddy. I promise. I promise. Steve, I'll get you a beer. That's on me, brother. That one heads out of the rink. I really thought Diaz fell on top of that thing. Not sure how he didn't. So, you know, they're gonna make fun of me later, and it's I'm a very fragile mental state. So, you know, we'll see how that goes for me. I'll have to play it off like I did it on purpose. I did. It was a miss. Listen, sometimes you miss a call, folks. That's life. In the Big Apple. Anyway, here's Portero. Excuse me, that's Latzos. Long pass for Travado. Travado shoots low, saved by Diaz. Manning in the slot. Puck up in the air. Bouncing up high again. Newman puts it down, but Orr picks it up. Sam Orr holds. Backhand for Manning all the way across. Oh, what a play. Tristan Campbell-Chappell with a defensive play to save what would have been a tap-in at the back post for the Greenies. Jurassic turns. Gets moving. Jurassic to the middle. Behind Travado. Save. Rebound loose. And Latzos rescues it for the Cobras. Now here comes George wide. George cuts to the middle. Tries to get it to Tristan. He couldn't. Settles it down, but ends up turning it over. Here comes Sam Orr. Orr with a long shot. A save by Perry. It's in his equipment. And he gets the whistle. 4.5 to go first period. 3-2 Greenie lead. Goals from Orr, Manning, and Matthews for the Greenies. And Munoz and Newman have goals for Purple. Face-off win. Bishop. Here's your Let's Go Green team coming from Diaz. I don't know if you can hear it faintly on this microphone. It makes me feel better. Makes me know he's okay. I'm always worried about that guy. Here's Sam. Drops it off. Nice defensive play from Chappell. Chappell? Chappell? I don't know. I'm going to have to ask. Go for the French interpretation of Chappell. Long pass here off the wheels of Nowicki. Gets it deeper. Newman centering feed comes through everybody. Chappell steps into it. And a save from Diaz. Puck pops up in front of him this time. So we both know where it is. And this time, it definitely didn't go in. Here's Nowicki. He walks. He fires. And a save from Diaz. A rebound off the post. And he's got it underneath him. That's a rip from Eric Nowicki. How about that? And then the rebound from Newman off the iron and out. Diaz fortunate to find that second one back in his equipment there. Face-off, Portera chops it at the net. Gets it back off the stick of Bishop. Puck's in behind. Bishop swings it this direction. It's up on the stick of Nowicki with a good step up. He sends it towards the net. The puck is loose, and somehow it stays out. Well, Portera just couldn't find the back of the net there. Matthews throws it on net. Puck up for grabs. Orr first man there. Sam Orr around behind the net. For Matthews in off the stick of Powell. He got a goal-saving deflection there from Austin Powell. Defensive play of the year candidate for Powell. Here's Matthews. He steps. He's got some glove side room and a nice save from Perry as he reaches back across and gets the chest tap from the Green captain on the nice stop. 2 minutes remaining first period. Three-2 game. Greenies with an early lead. Purple settled into this one a bit. Munoz is the goal scorer. Last goal scorer for Purple. Can confirm that it went in, even though I maybe didn't see it. But that's okay. Not a great angle over here, folks. Let's be honest. Anyway, Travado for the Cobras. Wants to spin it back this way. Munoz turns the corner. Manning in front of him. Munoz threw his stick in a backhand. Well wide, but a nice idea there for Munoz. Wants to center that one, and another left pad save from Diaz. I don't even think he knew he was going to get it. But he got the left leg on it. Powell, long pass. Portera turns away from Jurassic. Puck bounces on Travato, so he can't settle it down. Portera back on it here. Portera around behind. Wrap chance, save, rebound, sends it wide. I think Patrick Portera's had about 18 grade A scoring chances. Just has not found the back of the net yet. He's back on it here. Portera curls, shoots, and scores. And you talk about the reverse curse from a broadcaster. And Portera finally able to get one to stick. And it ties the game at 3 with just 20 seconds remaining in the first period. We'll have to see if they get another drop in. Not entirely certain that they will based on the speed at which this is going. And with about 11, they get the puck down. So Green's got a look. Puck up in the air off the deflection, and that'll do it. So 1 period in the books here between Green and Purple. I think it should be 3-3 on the scoreboard. Right now the scoreboard reads 3-2. We got 90-second intermission, and then we'll head back for some second period action. I gotta pee real bad, and I don't know where I'm gonna do it. It's very bright out. The first thing is, folks, okay, they just changed the score. It's 3-3. I didn't see that Munoz goal go in.
No, you didn't see it go in?
No, I couldn't see.
Isn't that his goal?
Couldn't see nothing.
Nothing?
Couldn't see nothing from over here. It did? Was it? Can you confirm? How far in? All the way in?
The first time referee, all he knows is
Hey, but I know that, hey, listen, I know that if the puck goes all the way across the line, it is a goal.
that's
If
true.
it's
At least
still
you know
on
something.
the line, it's not a goal.
It's a low bar to clear, but they cleared.
Hey,
They've cleared the bar. Hey, listen, bar is where it is. They've cleared the bar, whatever that bar may be. Keeping our eyes, folks, we've got some money riding on the Mountain West tournament here. 4-seed San Diego State currently down 5 to Boise State, and that's, well, I don't love that. Not awesome. They're going to the free throw line here, down 5, 4:18 to go in this game. You know, San Diego State, just a team that's frustrating to watch. I'm not saying I watch them a lot, but my goodness, they miss another free throw, and why don't I just kick myself in my own ass? Getting some love from the Latzos. You love to see it. All right, San Diego State, one of 2 from the line, down 4 with 4:18 to go. We'll keep you updated there, I promise. And yeah, you're saying, oh, I could look that up by the time I'm watching this. You could, but this is more fun. Chapel off the draw for Purple. 3-3 game here. That went into the feet of the official, who apologizes, and that's nice of him. Nowicki for Chapel. Big bounce off the wall. Chapel. Latzos looking back for Chapel. He didn't find him. Puck in behind the net here. Latzos shoots. He scores! George Latzos. A little Latza ball soup for the folks in attendance. And it's 4-3. Purple with the lead. As the Foghorns come in. George Latzos, a big one there for Purple. Their first lead of the day. They've trailed from the drop of the puck basically just 30 seconds in. Matthews got the scoring started for Green. But Purple has fought all the way back. They now have a 1-goal lead. Chapel into the offensive end. Holds it, shoots it, rolls wide. Matthews was hounding him defensively. He drops it off, and Manning can set it up. That's through neutral territory. Latzos turns it back the other way. Punches it a little further. Tries to settle it down. Still rolling. Latzos off a stick. Keeps on going. Has Chapel. Oh, he couldn't handle the pass. Nowicki comes over to make a play on it. Sends it deep. Hits off the official again. That's 2 in the first minute and a half of the second period. And now it's Jurassic. Jurassic steps by. Jurassic in, holds, tries to dish it off for Orr. Orr has to come to it. A little backhand prego across the rink. Newman punches it a little bit further. Wants to get it to Latzos. It's 2-on-3 there, and Jurassic can turn it back up for Green. Jurassic into the end, turns around, waits for help, sets it up for Manning. Manning, centering feed, or sends it wide, gets the bounce, has his own miss. Or short side, saved by Perry, and they get the whistle. .13:30 remaining. Second period, 4-3 for Purple. There's a little bit of resilience here from the Cobras as here comes Portera. He's been all over it tonight. Portera couldn't settle it down, but it's a good pass for Munoz. Munoz throws it on net. It squeaks through Diaz, but ends up wide of the net and then sent all the way back down towards Perry, who leaves it there for Travato, who can turn it back up ice. I mean, Ryan Diaz has been the beneficiary of a few of those tonight, but that's what you expect for Diaz. He's a guy who's earned a couple of bounces through his time here at CSHL. Short side shot ends up wide. Or back this way, Markey touches it. A little bit too far for Jurassic, but the send-in doesn't get deep, and Sam Orr can turn it back this direction. Orr fires from a long way out, a nice right leg save from Perry. He thought about going back up high for Orr. Instead, Jurassic puts it through some legs, fires it wide. Markey first man to it for Green. Green going to work a bit. Bishop off the wall. Bishop towards the front or this direction. Jurassic holds. Bishop carries it a little bit further. Sends it deep for Orr. Sam Orr on the backhand around the behind of the net. Turns, shoots, and a nice save by Perry. Brandon Perry holding his ground there. Keeping that pad sealed along the ice on the turnaround shot from Sam. In case you're wondering, San Diego State is still down 5 with about 3:40 to go. Sam Orr turns it up ice. Munoz all over him. Orr runs into some trouble there with Powell. It pops out to the slot, and Portera picks it up. Portera driving the net, tries to drag through. He couldn't bring it all the way. Portera back on it. Cutting to the middle here, he shoots, he sent it high. Munoz on the rebound, saved by Diaz. It pops up and wide. Munoz around behind the net. He tried to Michigan, and it goes high. This puck out of midair. Travato almost turned it over, but a nice job by Pete. Thrown on net, save Diaz. Puck loose, centering feed there from Powell is knocked away. Munoz shoots, and he missed the net by a bit. Travato almost broke his own neck against the wall. Gets it across for Powell, who steps, shoots, and he missed again. Now Munoz out in front. Purple changing here. The headman feed, and Jurassic is in. And a save by Brandon Perry. Denying Jurassic on the break. And now it's Latzos. He's in. Shooting, and he sent it wide. It might have been blocked. Latzos tries to center off a stick. And now Jurassic again in a 2-on-2 with Latzos back checking. Jurassic cuts, drops. Latzos turns it over. Here comes George in a 2-on-1 with Newman. Latzos in. He shoots off the outside of the post. End-to-end action for Green and Purple here, but nothing fruitful for either team. Both goalies making some crucial stops. The Greenies try to reset here. Bishop all the way across. Big bounce off the wall, and a nice move by Orr as he gets by Latzos. Here's Orr. Steps, shoots. Partially blocked to the corner here. Manning tries to spin it out in front. Latzos has a little bit of room. He's got Chappell joining the rush. Latzos cuts it back. Latzos holding across. Chappell digs it through and couldn't get a shot away. Matthews sends it the length of the ice. And now Manning back towards the net off some heads out in front. It rolls behind the cage. A centering feed for Manning is intercepted by Newman. And sent up the wall for Latzos again. Nick Matthews is there for green. Purple could use a change, I think. Travato will head off, and Nowicki joins for the Cobras. Down to 2.5 to go for San Diego State, and they trail by 7. So I might as well just, you know what are you gonna do? Knocked away by Chappell. Latzos wants to turn the corner. Latzos has been going this period. I mean, a little bit of Latzo ball soup at the early portion of this period. Holy moly. That one's sent directly at my face, but it's knocked away by Nowicki off the glass. Here's Chappell. Long feed intercepted by Matthews. Nicely done. Matthews wants to step. He holds, drags, shoots into the equipment of Perry, and he gets the whistle. 8 minutes to go. What a crazy 8 minutes this has been. It's still 4-3 in favor of Purple. It's been nuts out there. Crazy nuts. Perry's been good, standing on his head for Purple when he needed. Same with Diaz. He's gotten a few big stops, a few good bounces for Diaz as well, but don't forget that bad one in the first, so he's earned it. Nowicki steps, fires off a stick, and Diaz gets to swallow it up. Still 7.5 to go. It's far too bright out for me to pee, and boy, oh boy, do I have to go. This is turning into a nightmare. San Diego State has just missed another free throw, folks. I mean, you might as well just put me in a box, ship me to the Wayfair factory, and send me to whatever house orders the next armoire that they can afford. Here's Portera, tries to cut to the middle. He turns it over. Jurassic wants to go. 3-on-2 if Matthews joins. He wants to stay back, though. That one rolls in on Perry, and he squeezes it shut. And I should mention that San Diego State missed both free throws, because why would you need those? Those are only points, and points are how you win. But, you know, they're not interested. Down 7 with 2 minutes to go. And, yeah, we can almost stop talking about that. But I've seen crazier things happen. I have. I sure have. Here's Portera for Purple. Muno shoots and a right leg save. The rebound is there for Portera. He spins and fires it off the leg of Matthews. And now Jurassic. Jurassic wants to turn it up. He does cleanly. Rolls off his stick. Another bad jinx by me there. My fault. Here's Portera. Steps up. He shoots and a save by Diaz as he closes the arm and shuts the door on Portera. .5:45 to go, second period. Jurassic wants to turn it. Wants to settle it down back in neutral territory. Jurassic turns past Powell, gets to his forehand, and it's blocked. Nicely done by Travato to muffle that shot. Jurassic tries to center, gets it back, knocked off his stick. Jurassic recovers again. This guy's all over the place. He's like a dinosaur out of the cage, if you know what I mean. Bishop off the wall. It gets by Latzos. Travato on this side. A little bit of time here. Fires it up for Powell. Powell turned it over. Centering feed off a stick up in the air. Right back on it is Markey. All the way across for Jurassic. He couldn't settle it down. And then fires it back this direction. Travato. Just got to get rid of it here. And they do, out to center, but not deep. Long change here in the second period. Matthews has time. Collects his thoughts. A little bit of sauce. Nobody on the receiving end. A little too much sauce, maybe. Maybe cut back on the old Prego, my friend. Maybe a little bit of ragu would do you well. Matthews. Bouncing, jiggling, wobbling puck. It looks like... Oh, I don't know. I was going to make a joke, but I'm going to hold off. And you know what? If you want to know what the joke was, send me $2 on Venmo and I'll tell you. Long feed here. Travato curls. Waits for some help. Long pass for Powell's a little bit too far. Getting a little sloppy out here, folks. I don't know if they need me to tell them. They probably know, but I feel like somebody should let them know. That pass about head high for Portera. Good look by Latzos. Just shoot it out his friggin' head and see if anything happens. Now it's Sam Orr cutting in front. They don't score. My goodness, I don't know how that didn't go. I don't think Jurassic got a good piece of it. Powell tries to make a move, and now it's a 3-on-1 down low. Jurassic with Matthews and Orr. Jurassic holds, Orr scores! Got as deep as he could before getting it across to Orr, who makes no mistake. And with 3 minutes to go in the second period, we're all even. 4 apiece between the Greenies and the Cobras. Face-off is down. Chapel, almost a little bit of trouble. Here's Portera, a little bit of room. He turns, shoots, he missed the net. Munoz for Chapel between his legs. I don't know if he meant to fake it or if he just missed. I'm sure that after the game he'll tell you he meant to. Yeah, I can be swayed. 2 minutes to go. 4-all here. And here comes Markey. Wants to move it up ice. Markey into the slot, almost lands on the stick of Orr. Orr ends up behind the net with it. 90 seconds here. Here's Bishop. Down low through the skates of Markey. And in around behind. Wants to turn that one out in front. It ends up all the way back here for Chapel, who turns the corner. Chapel out to the middle and a save from Diaz. Down to a minute 15 to go as Portera fires that one off a stick and line. Munoz puts it in behind. Picked up by Bishop. He moves it further, not out. Manning back between the legs of Portera. He carries one-on-one against Nowicki. Manning is nothing. Looked like Sloth thought about it. Didn't feel like he wanted to, so he didn't. Honestly, a good non-call. Looked like he just kind of ran into it. 45 here, Sam Orr turns the corner, fires it, saved from Perry, and it winds up in the back of the net. I was totally blocked out by the official. No, it's not in the back of the net. I can't allow that. And Chapel with 15 to go here. Chapel, plenty of room, steps, holds, shoots off a stick. It goes wide. 5 seconds left. It's punched this way. Markey wants to look up for Orr. He just couldn't get it there, and the period will end 4-4 at the end of 2 between the Greenies and Purple. And folks, I have to ask, do not listen for the next 30 to 45 seconds. It's gonna sound like I'm drowning. It's just pee. Okay? So please, nobody get nervous. It is okay. You might be saying, Ken, well, that's a lot of pee. And to you, I'd say it sure is. So, as we're peeing, I'll tell you that San Diego State, I don't think scored since the last time we talked. I think they lost by 40. I haven't looked. But that's what I'm imagining. True, untrue, I don't know. Still peeing. San Diego State losers to Boise State. Good for Boise. They'll move on. Yeah, San Diego State, like not even a joke. San Diego State scored 1 point in the last 7 minutes of that game since we started watching. 1 point. And they lost by 10, 62-52. The final in the Mountain West. Who Boise State plays, what that means, I have no idea, but all I know is it means I am a loser. Ooh, baby. Okay, luckily no children on the soccer field in front of me. That's good news. Horn sounds. We're about to get ready for the third here. Everybody hold on to your butts. Got a fun one coming. Final 16 in a tie game between two fun teams. Yes, that was the sound of my zipper. Let you imagine what's going on. Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. I think it's spam. Hello? 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 Oh, it's an urgent message from U.S. Loan Services. We'll have to take care of that immediately. 20 seconds into the third period. 4-4 here. Matthews turns and shoots off the outside of the net. Or sends it hard this direction, and it'll come all the way down. It's a Sam Orr special. Something he loves to do is reset the play, make sure everybody's where they need to be, keep possession of the puck. It's a good play. Can't be mad at him for it. That's for sure. Oh, I just remembered I got to do is pay my water bill. That's something I got to do today. Or else, be very dirty. A big save on Sam Orr from Perry. That was a very nonchalant save on a really good goal scorer way in tight. Really nice stop there from Perry. I want to stop by Diaz on the other end. Perry's been real good tonight for Purple. A couple of real solid, real good looks for the Greenies, and Perry's held them at bay for most of the night here. Confidence booster for him, well deserved. It's off a stick. Matzos with a little bit of space, turns back on Manning, goes back to the forehand and a save from Diaz. Shuts the leg, his backhand off a skate. Gets back to Latzos, has Newman out in front. Centers again, it's walked away by Diaz. And now Jurassic waiting for help. Across for Orr. He holds, drags, Sam Orr. Couldn't get a shot away. I get no relation to Bobby. No relation. Sent back his turnover. Here comes Latzos with a little bit of room to roam. Rolls off his stick. That's what you come to expect from George. Is that he's going to roll off his stick at some point. Matthews shoots low. Off the end wall. Bounced out through center. It's a fine change. Everybody's back where they need to be. Matthews. His forehand here. As Orr. Bounce off the wall. Orr on net. Save from Perry, and he gets the whistle.
Still not over the line.
I am, in fact, paying my water bill right now, so I don't forget. It's one of those things, you just never think about it. Next thing you know, woo! Next thing you know, the water is gone. Can't have that. Can't have that. Won't be able to flush my toilet. Portera collects off the pass, the bank pass from Chappell. Portera steals. Portera with some room, turns, shoots, and Diaz makes a nice stop. Slams the door. Brian Diaz and Brandon Perry have been phenomenal for both their teams tonight. Keeping this thing where it is, tied at 4. Two real good offenses getting stymied by two real good goalies tonight. Try and turn this one out to the front. There's Jurassic on the near side. Orr holds, tries to drag around. Couldn't get it there. Munoz. Matthews with the good D. Nowicki steps up, comes all the way back this direction. Bishop couldn't get it to Jurassic. Now tries off a skate. Portera for Munoz. He couldn't hold it. Munoz tries to go around behind. Shot off a leg. Chappell trying to settle it. Chappell pounds it down for Munoz. Munoz, Chappell, one more. He's got Portera. He couldn't hold it. The stick's between his legs. That was a great passing play from the Cobras, but that one extra, and Portera just couldn't get a handle on it. There's Bishop with a little bit of room. Jared Bishop drops it. With Captain Matthews deep. Cross ice for Bishop into his skates. Bishop, Matthews, Orr. Taking the body of Nowicki, keeps on going, tries to put it between the legs of Munoz. And Portera sauces it this direction. That's beautiful sauce. That's your grandmother's sauce from Portera. Perfectly seasoned, but Munoz couldn't handle it. Matthews shoots, save from Perry. Puck loose, it goes to the corner. Matzos and Matthews there. This one comes this direction. Nobody home for either team, so Manning will skate into it. 10.5 to go. Now it's Matthews. Matthews across, intercepted by Latzos. Here comes Latzos with speed. Latzos cutting to the net. George Latzos. Oh, what a stick from Diaz. Ryan Diaz got out there and poked it away at the last second. And then Latzos collects it, puts it off the outside of the post. This one's centering feed, comes through everybody. And Manning can turn the corner here for Green. Wants to settle things down, so he turns the corner in his own end. Now Matthews across the middle. Nice direction. Good geometry off the wall from Matthews. You know he paid attention in class, and I think he did it because his mom's here. He wants to prove that he listened in math. Newman chops it this way. Sam Orr, again, no relation to Bob. Turns it over. Latzos turning the corner. Latzos with room. He shot it wide. Bishop punches it ahead. Here's Sam Orr. Drag, shoots off the outside of the post. It pops out in front. Again, there's no relation to Bobby. Off a skate. Bishop. Sam Orr. Sun's getting real low, big fella. Comes Sam Orr. Turns the corner. Orr on the backhand, he scores! A pretty backhand from Sam Orr, his 78th goal in just the 4th game of the season. And it's 5-4 for the Greenies. You know he likes to shoot. It was a pretty move to the backhand. Rumor has it he's spent the last 72 Wednesdays at the YMCA, and he's taken no less than 700 shots every pickup, working on that release. And it's good. I mean, goodness gracious. I think he's got 104 goals this season. Here comes Portera. Drag, shoots, save from Diaz. Nicely done by Ryan Diaz to swallow it up. I think that might have hit him a little below the tummy, if you will. Probably in a place where you don't love when it hits. He's okay. He's jiggling it out. Attaboy. Shake it loose, big fella. Shake it loose, big fella. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Anywho, face off of the offensive end for Purple here. Diaz needs another half second maybe to catch his breath, maybe get his balls back. I don't know. Not entirely sure where it got him, but seemed a little below the belt. Oh boy. Oh boy. They score! Yeah, you can see that thing coming from a mile away. It was chaos off the drop. Diaz went out to play it. Not sure what happened there. A little miscommunication, but when I've got enough time to say uh-oh twice before something bad happens, that's no shock to anybody. It's a fun one here. 7.5 to go, 5-all. Having fun here on a Thursday night. It's a beautiful night. I mean, goodness gracious. Gorgeous, beautiful weather. Temperature's perfect. I don't need no jacket. Last week I was cold, baby. Woo, baby. But this week it's nice. Very nice. Everybody do your best Borat to the TV. You're watching this on the TV, right? Better be watching on TV. Stupid desktop computer. Watch me on a friggin' laptop. You watching me on your phone right now, you sicko? Got me in your headphones? Gross. Ooh, we got AirPods. Enough. Here comes Chapel. Chapel. For Portera. Centering feed. It stayed out. Total chaos again. Chapel fell down. He was going real fast, and then he stopped going. I think his wheels are no longer wheels. One might be more of a square. Either way, that was weird. But here's Portera. He shoots. He missed by a lot. Comes back over the net, and Diaz clamps it down. This puck is a friggin' jumping bean, man. I mean, Portera missed the net by a good portion, but it bounced off the glass, hit off a leg, and pulled back on net. Chaos personified. Off the glass. 6 minutes to go in regulation in a tie game. At this point in the game, you're going, boy, I want this one. So here's Chapel. Fires it towards the net. The skate of Manning. Munoz gave it up for Jurassic. And Jurassic wants to turn the corner, but he ends up giving it right back to Munoz. Munoz around from behind. Tries to go back towards the front of the net for Portera, but Matthews is there for Green. Sun is completely gone, so we're back to just the stadium lights here, which are not awesome. Here's Matthews shooting. It's loose in his pads, and he's on top of it with 5:20 to go. And once you get to this part of the night, you realize just how dark the rink gets. That far side, or I don't know what side you're watching from. You're probably watching from the scoreboard or from behind the other net, so you don't know what I mean by far side, but I'm standing on the street side, not near the benches. So on that far side near the benches, it gets real dark. And I think what the roller committee should do is start to really talk about the jersey colors, because sometimes those jersey colors are way too close together. And I don't think they've ever really talked about it before. It just feels like they pick colors out of a hat. Here comes Chapel. He's wearing purple, I think. Not entirely certain. Chapel on his forehand, wants to keep going. Matthews. Chapel just using his size around the back of the net. Now using his size in behind the net. Chapel keeps on going. Chapel done a full offensive zone oval. Travato gave it up. Pass off the back of the leg of Orr, thrown back on Diaz. He pops it up in behind the net. Down to 4 minutes to go. Manning chops it out. Travato. Jurassic on the forecheck. Jurassic forces a turnover here. Jurassic first on it for Green. Jurassic around behind. Centering feed is chopped wide by Manning. Under 4 to go. Tie game. 5-all. Or all the way across. Got through the stick of Jurassic, and now Latzos can turn it the other way. Here's George. George drops it off for Newman. There's a step in front of him. Comes back to the line. Travato. Ready for Travato to wind and fire that thing, but instead he tries to go for the cross ice for Latzos. It's off the body, and now it's Matthews. Matthews shoots. Save. Puck is loose. They score. Manning on the doorstep chops it in, and Green takes a late lead, a deflating one for Purple with 3:15 to go. The clock will stop at 2 minutes here. Perry made the first save. The puck popped up in the air, and Manning jolly on the spot. For a little touch and go, 6-5 lead for Green, and they'll get the whistle here. Diaz holds it. 2:45 to go. Again, the clock will stop at 2 minutes. know when they have taken a timeout. They stopped it at 2:40. Timeout for Purple here. Give you a quick run around the rest of the world. I believe it's pink versus blue tonight is the second game. I got to get out of here. So unfortunately, that will not be a recorded broadcast game. We'll get you green and pink, I promise. It's an unfortunate miss for me. I hope that game is a lot of fun. Wish everybody luck. Not too much luck, you still got to earn it. The mosquitoes are out here at the Y. They are huge. They are nasty looking. And we'll see how much longer I'm comfortable standing in this area based on the amount of mosquitoes that have come my direction. They are big. Good Lord. You gotta want the physics. If you watch, you listening, you watching your physics guy, tell me how they fly. I don't get it. I don't get how flying works in general. I mean, I'm a believer in flying. I don't think the Earth is flat. If you do, please turn off the game. But how does flying work? Just logically feels like it should. That's all I gotta say. I mean, I know it does. Again, scientifically, logically, it does, but I don't like it. It freaks me out. I mean, I'm down. I'll hop myself in a plane. But either way, 6-5 for green with 2:40 to go on the clock. No timeout left for Purple. Again, the clock will stop at the 2-minute mark if we're within 2 goals. So based on where we are now, we'll be stopped. It's Munoz to draw with Orr. Orr wins it clean. Jurassic turns, sends it softly up the wall, but it'll get all the way to Powell. Powell wants to go down low. Jurassic turned it over, backhand save, and then Diaz clamps down on the rebound. It was there for a split second, and Portera and Munoz both wanted it. But Diaz with a quick left hand to smother that thing in the blue paint. Face-off win here, and Portera shot it wide, got it back! And I think Diaz made a save on that one. Munoz first man to it. We've hit the final 2 minutes here in a 6-5 game. So it comes through the slot. Portera turns, drags again, backhand to forehand, and he shot it wide. Perry still firmly planted in the net for Purple with 1:50 to go as here comes Orr. He couldn't get it deep. Portera wants to turn it back the other way. Portera does. It's Travado shooting high. Portera first man there. He sends it at the net. Stopped by Diaz. Puck in behind. Portera takes a whack. Keeps on moving. Portera drops it off for Travado here. He wants to step up. Centering feed for Munoz comes through everybody. Perry still planted in the Purple net with 1:20 to go. That went onto the stick of Orr and a save by Perry. What a stop. A potential game saver for Brandon Perry as he stops Sam Orr with a grade A look. And again, Sam, no relation to Bobby. 1:16 on the game clock. 6-5 Greenies trying to stay undefeated. Chappell through Latzos all the way down. Jurassic 2-on-1 battle. Munoz has it. Munoz wants to move it out in front. Perry still planted in the net. 1 minute to go here. 1 goal game. Matthews first man there for Green. He wants to take it up the wall. It bounces free. Chappell puts on the boosters, gets there with 50 to go. Perry still in the net for Purple. He's thinking about it. Here comes Latzos for the Cobras. Latzos wide. Latzos lost it at the last second. Manning has a little bit of time, and he sends it all the way down with 38 seconds on the clock. No Wiki. Back to get it. Punches it this direction for George. Here comes Latzos. Cuts to the slot. Little bit of room for George. Wants to drop it off for Chappell. He couldn't get it there. They punch it loose. Latzos has Munoz out in front. He couldn't get it there cleanly. Latzos back to it with 20 to go. Off the outside of the net. They score! It's Chappell with 16.8 on the clock. Tristan Chappell, the captain, puts the Cobras on his back. And in the cathedral that is the DeFeo family inline rink, a chapel rises to the occasion. Sam Orr into the feet of Newman. Now Portera turns the corner. Portera wants to go. Slapped off his stick, just 5 seconds left. Portera tries to drag it out in front. Manning does a nice job, centers all the way through, 2 seconds in one, and the horn goes, and we have got some extra hockey here tonight. I believe we go directly to a shootout. Just kidding. It's 3 minutes on the clock, so I suppose we go directly to a 3-minute sudden death. I think they want to change sides here. So they will go OT. They do cut down a man, I think. You would think I know the rules. I don't know the rules. I want to be very clear. The rules are, I don't know, flimsy. So it's 3-on-3 here. I mean, good. Playing some NHL hockey. And that's what these guys deserve. 6-6, overtime, sudden death. Here we go. Purple wins the draw. Chappell's got the puck. He's the one who forced overtime with a tying goal with 16.8 on the clock in regulation. Chappell drops it off for Portera. Or just face guarding Chappell here. Portera wants to move past Matthews and then cuts it back the other direction. Portera steps in. Portera shoots. He missed the net. Portera back on it first. Long pass, skip by Chappell, and this could be trouble, but instead turned back. What the freak was that? Portera saved by Diaz. Oh my goodness gracious, the puck has a mind of its own. It looked like what could be an odd man rush for Green. The puck turns 180. And Portera ends up getting the first two good looks of this overtime. Nice stop by Diaz there. Munoz off the draw. Munoz shot it wide. Matthews, first man to it for Green. Two caught deep here for Purple, but that puck a little bit stagnant along the wall for Green. And then it moves this direction. Matthews tries to bring it with him. It's slapped back the other direction by Munoz. 2 minutes remaining in sudden death. Jurassic with room. Tries to turn the corner on Portera. Puck up for grabs here. Matthews, first guy on it, fires off the blocker of Perry. Ah, shit. I gotta go. I'm just kidding. Isn't that a classic joke? It's just a classic little copy joke there. I'm not in trouble, I promise. All the trouble I'm in has been cleared up. Just ask my lawyer. Here's Portera. Swings it in behind. Chappell, or on him, or just face guarding Chappell here in this overtime. But Chappell turns the corner, and Chappell's got some room to go. Chappell's gonna turn it up with plenty of room. Chappell shoots, he hits the post! Or as Doc Emmerich would say, off the post with the shot! My goodness. Down to a minute to go in overtime. That pass eludes Chappell. And then Matthews is down to his knees. No penalties coming here. Here comes Chappell. He's got room. Nice save from Diaz. Puck is loose. Chappell for Latzos. Save from Diaz again. Puck up for grabs. And Green able to clear it out. Jurassic moves it for Orr. He steps in, shoots, and a great defensive play from Portera on the back check to deny the look from Sam Orr. That one sent in with 40 seconds to go. Manning. Off the wall and deep. Orr's got a little bit of room. Sam Orr tries to center off the feet of Latzos. Another centering feed not denied. And now Portera and Chappell have a 2-on-1. Manning is back. Portera has Chappell. Chappell in, drags, and his pass was blocked off the skate of Manning. Down to 10 seconds to go, and now it's a 2-on-1 for Green. It's Orr with Jurassic. Orr shoots, and a save made by Perry. Latzos with the headman feed with 2 seconds, and one And he scores, but I don't know what they're going to do. This is chaos. They say no. And not a lot of pushback from Purple. They say no, and everybody seems cool with it. And Portera by 0.2 of a second at most doesn't get it to go. And this game's headed to a shootout. It's exactly how this thing should end. A shootout on one of the worst surfaces I've seen in my entire life. Basically have an automatic defender out there to play along. My goodness. Total chaos. At the end of overtime, Portera by a half second. This game's lasting forever. I mean, goodness gracious. Can a guy get a drink? You know what I mean? All right, so here we go. The goalie should switch back. The goalies should switch back. Trying to talk to the official. They don't want to hear it. So the offense is going to shoot that other direction. That's fine. Whatever they want to do is cool by me. So Matthews goes first. The captain of the Greenies steps in, shoots and scores. Nick Matthews slowly but surely opening up some space on the glove end. Green strikes first in the shootout. Now it's Latzos. Latzos against Diaz. George, world famous for losing the puck because of the rink. But this time, he shot it wide. Not sure if Diaz got a piece of that. It looked like he did. Latzos comes up empty, and now a big opportunity for Green to take a commanding lead. He should have to wear a helmet. Again, no relation to Bobby Orr. Rules are off here in this shootout for reasons beyond my understanding, as Orr shoots it wide by 2 to 3 metric miles. Chappell scored the game-tying goal with 16 seconds left, 16.8 to be exact. That'll be the answer to next week's trivia question, so make sure you keep that in your back pocket. I've got right here my puck. Name the movie if you can. It's Rescuers Down Under. Here's Chappell. He's wearing a helmet, full face shield just in case anything goes crazy wrong here on this attempt. He steps in, puck rolls off his stick, and Diaz makes the save. The puck kind of got away from him there, and he couldn't get it back. Looked like that stick protector, that blade protector, the rubber piece at the bottom of his blade might have held him up there from getting the handle on it after it's squipped away. So Jurassic can win it for Green. Game on his stick. Jurassic in. He scores. As the T-Rex would say, roar. And Jurassic walks it off for the Greenies. 7-6, the final in the shootout. Thanks so much for being here with us. I'm your host. I'm out of funny names, but I'm your host, Ken. We'll see you next time. Again, the final score, Green 7, Purple 6 in a shootout. Have a good one.